Hi, my name is Yesha Nashim El, and I'm presenting to you the Truth About Locs podcast. I am very excited. I am a loctician, a master loctician in Detroit, Michigan for 15 years running, and I am here to bring you the truth about all kinds of lock topics, just to throw them all at you and just test out everything and help you understand better, provide definitions, other great locticians, client stories, products, new inventions, and any other thing else that's related to locks. I feel like it's long overdue, and we just don't have a voice out here, a central voice to discuss locks. Everybody's just running amok. So, without further ado, or maybe a little bit of ado, I'd like to just share with you my first topic, permanent lock extensions. Permanent lock extensions are so important right now. It is the thing to get in locks, and everybody's excited and everybody's ready to get them right now. The problem that I'm having with that is that we don't do enough research. We don't study to see if the loctician, in fact, knows what they're doing. We may look at pictures here and there, but we're not even sure if those pictures are their pictures or not. So I hope to shed some light and give some tips and point you in the right direction and, give you some knowledge, some real knowledge about locks, unbiased. Well, yeah, as unbiased as I could possibly be, because I know I do locks. I'm a master loctician, yes. But this podcast is stretching across the nation and across the world. So I can't possibly do everybody. I just want to shed the truth out, just spread it out. So my thing is, the number one thing that I want to talk about with that, there's no professional accredited school for locks. There's no cosmetology school for locks. So you could just watch a video and watch a couple videos and go buy some hair or buy some locks and say that you're a loctician and just install them. Well, we know that's not right. We know that's not appropriate. But since there's no one to police, no state board or no licensing board, the locticians or so-called locticians are just running amok, just tearing people's heads up left and right. Now, mind you, there are some very good locticians, and I hope to interview those locticians so that you can see in different states where you can go and where you can get reliable service from beginning to end. I mean, it's ridiculous out here. We have some locticians that install the locks halfway. They install them too bulky, too thin. They're sliding. They're not teaching them how to maintain the locks. They're not teaching them about the retwists. All they want to do is take your money and just give you some so-called extensions and send you on your way. I've heard many stories. I mean, there was this one girl who paid $1,300 for some shoulder-length pencil thickness locks. And the locks were sliding and her hair was coming all out the lock and they were bulging and just bulky all in all. It just really wasn't installed properly at all. And the lady braided her hair in like 2-strand twists so that you couldn't really see what was going on. Well, naturally, I think that's wrong. The integrity is just unbelievable right now. But I hope to help you guys so that you know what's going on. You know how to look for a loctician. You know whether or not they know what they're doing. You know what questions to ask, because these lock extension clients are just not doing enough research. They're just going to the first person that they see and saying, I want locks. And then they search for a person like me, call me up, schedule an appointment to get repairs because their locks were installed improperly. Man, a lot of money could have been saved. I enjoy making money. I enjoy getting the money. I really do. But in the same token, I just think it's unfair. I mean, there's no way you should charge a person $1,300, treat them like crap, don't provide the full customer service, you lack integrity, and then leave them just off into their own, not even telling them what to do in case anything happens. At least with my locks, when I install, I offer a 14-day guarantee, just to make sure that the person's locks don't slide, or if they're having a problem, they might have straight or fine or silky soft hair, and they may need some help. They may think that something's wrong, and I'm just there for them every step of the way so that they can feel confident about their newly installed locks. And I do the best that I can to make them look as real as possible. So I'm just disheartened, just disgusted, really, at the nature of these locticians, or so-called locticians. So I hope that you can get something out of this program, out of this podcast. I'm really excited to do this. I want you guys to get the best lock experience that you can possibly get. And there's nobody out here doing this. So I hope you enjoy it. This is my introduction. I hope to bring locticians on, clients who want to discuss their experiences. I want to discuss products, inventions, shows, whatever that is related to locks. I'd like to inform you guys. I'd like to be the one to inform, the one you come to, the go-to person. So just, work with me here, because this is my first podcast, and I hope that I'm entertaining enough and that I bring enough to the table where you would come back next week and see what else I have to discuss. I'm not here to bring you anything boring. I will do the Zoom meetings and have them on the screen right here eventually, so that people can hear other locticians talk and listen to their knowledge and how they say what they say. Because I'm not the only person in the world, but I just may very well be the only person in the Detroit area who's doing the permanent extensions properly. I have yet to see a person come to me for a retwist from another loctician who's installed their permanent lock extensions. It's just unreal out here. So I did everything I could to create this podcast so that you guys could get some information from an outside source so that you can understand. And I don't want to keep rambling on about it, but there's so many other things to talk about when it comes to locks, lock care, what you should and shouldn't put in your locks. There's a lot of things that are being sold out here that is ridiculous, like rose water, rice water. We don't need that. If you didn't have it with your loose hair, you don't need it for your locks. A lot of times, all these products that you're using will end up creating buildup, and it's just unnecessary. So I just hope to just shed some light and even have you guys call in every now and then so that you can ask questions and get the proper response. Who's out here to help you? Nobody, really. If you call a loctician, most of the time they're just gonna answer questions to get you to come in and get the locks. They're not gonna be truthful with you. They're not gonna be straight up. So yeah, they're abusing their powers. Just saying I'm a loctician. I have a Facebook page. I have business cards. I'm in a salon even to get the money that they need to get from you. My thing is, let's say you're going to look for a loctician because you want your extensions now. One of the first things you should do is hop online and search Master Loctician near me or nearest me. And then hopefully you'll get a professional salon or a professional basement salon even, where they can show you consistent pictures of their newly installed permanent lock extensions. You need to see in the background to see if it's the same backgrounds and if it's the same hands and if it's the same type of installation. You can pretty much tell if you just really look closely. You need to look at the pictures to see if they're coming, the same type of lighting, the same coloring. I hate to be that way, but a lot of people snag pictures. They take pictures from somewhere else where they think they look good, and then they throw them on their site and say, yeah, these are lock extensions that I did, when they know, in fact, they didn't do them. Also, they need to have some Google reviews, some Facebook reviews, any type of reviews somewhere that they don't have their hands on their control. Website reviews aren't good enough because they can change those. They can add on and reword, do whatever they want to do. You need some bona fide reviews. If you don't have reviews and pictures that are bona fide and real, then you don't need to be spending $1,300 on permanent lock extensions through them. They need to be professional enough to show you that they know how to do them. They need to have some information somewhere. I know I don't have any YouTube videos, but I have tons of information on my website. I have a little bit here and there, but I'm working on an assistant to help me get all of my stuff off my Google Drive because I'm extremely busy. So I'm not trying to make any excuses, but I just don't have time for it right now. But I have enough word of mouth and enough referrals and enough Google reviews, Facebook reviews, pictures, website information, and everything. I even have a little pamphlet that I give to my customers when they are done at the end of their appointment. I email it to them so they'll know what to do and what happens if something goes wrong. They have some type of direction. I mean, you can't just call up a person and ask, hey, do you know how to do locks? Okay, how much is it? If they hurry up and tell you how much it is, don't go there. There are so many different thicknesses, lengths, colors, styles, textures. They should be bringing you in for a consultation, and a good consultation too. You should be able to get all the answers that you need answered, all of them, all of the answers that you need. Because if they can't answer on a $1,300 job, you shouldn't be charged. You shouldn't be paying them that. They need to be knowledgeable because you're about to drop a whole G on your hair for something permanent. You don't want to be stuck with a matted mess in your head trying to figure out what to do, traveling across to another state trying to figure out how to get help. That's ridiculous. You don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that this person has pictures, reviews, word of mouth, referrals, Facebook page, website. A lot of those things, I'm sorry, they're important because they need to show the person's credibility and see their integrity and how people really react to what they're doing. You can't just see one picture and then be okay. It's not good. It's not good. So you want to ask them a number of questions too, like how long have they been in business? How long have they been doing locks? Can I see your portfolio? Is my hair long enough? Is it the right texture? Now, mind you, to me, every texture is the right texture. I don't care if you are Chinese. I've done a Chinese guy before. I've started his locks using just his hair before. So it doesn't matter. I mean, Caucasian, it doesn't matter. Straight, the finest, the straightest hair, it makes no difference. Everybody can get locks, everybody. You just have to know how to do it based on how their texture is. And if you can't switch techniques and methods based on a person's texture, then you're kind of in the danger zone, because if they go to another person and they consult them properly and they find out that you did the job incorrectly, then somebody's going to review you somewhere else and they're going to shout you out. And I know that in the creation of this podcast, there's going to be a number of times where somebody's going to try to shout a loctician or a shop out, and that's not my fault. I mean, I want to bring the clients on so that they can express themselves. After you spent $1,000 for some lock extensions and you aren't happy, who else can you turn to? The Better Business Bureau? I don't think so. It just doesn't work that way. Even though they called me last week, I just don't want to pay them to add me to their roster. I have reviews. I have word of mouth. I have referrals. There's somebody always that you can see on my site talking. I started this group, Detroit Permanent Loc Extensions, on Facebook so that people can see my work as I go. Sometimes I do Facebook Live. I may not be able to get the whole ring light out and do the dang thing, but I try to at least get before and after videos so that you can see and really see without styles. I don't think that you should get styles with permanent loc extensions because, again, the locticians are trying to hide their work. There's no need to get that. Plus, the styles kind of choke your new locks out. They kind of make them slide, and it most oftentimes is too tight. So I just don't recommend styles. I just think that you should get your naturally installed permanent loc extensions so that you can see them work, see how they operate, see how they are a week later. I do a retwist look to make it look like you've already had them, but beyond that, no styles. I used to, but then I found out the styles were a way of hiding your work and taking the money and running off. I mean, there's some locticians who changed their phone number to make sure that you couldn't even call them or find them again, moving all out. I mean, once they get $5,000 from, 5 clients, of $1,000 each, they can run off and go do something else with that money. And you just looking for them and trying to get help and trying to get answers, and Locs is falling all out on the floor, and you just completely unhappy and $1,000 wasted. So those tips right there, if you could just do those tips, that would help. That would help you out a great deal, because then you won't waste your money. You, even if you have to go to another state, at least you know the person that you're going to is credible. They have integrity. That's what it's about. Ethics and integrity. I don't care. I'm tired of the BS. I don't have enough. There's not enough competition out here to shut my mouth about this. You need to do research. And if you aren't happy with what you're seeing and it's not consistent, look for consistency. That's all you got to do. Take a couple of weeks. Don't just look at somebody, the first person that you see, and call them up. Even if it's me, look at my pictures. I got Facebook, I have Instagram, I have my website, I have YouTube here and there. Just take the time out to do the research first before you do this. It's ridiculous. Even though I just started The Truth About Locs, and this may be the first time that you've seen me, I still want to shed some light on the information that I have. I do provide services for Permanent Loc Extensions, from installing to repair, styling, and such. And I also provide training. So, and the training is available now. There are various people calling me wanting to come into my training center and learn. I have a 3-day class where you can come in and learn on various textures, learn the different textures of the lock extension hair, how to make the locks, how to make them from the head, how to make them off the head, how to install them in different ways. These, I just might as well tell you. I mean, you might as well know. I even offer financing for the training so that you can learn now and pay later. And I offer a way for you to get clients quickly so you can make that money back with the quickness. I mean, it's really cheap compared to other trade schools. So if you look and wait at the bottom of the screen, you'll see how to get training, how to sign up for it, how to get the financing if you can't afford it right now, and just the general help that you need. I'm here for you. You can check my work. I'll provide links as well when you call or when you email, so you can see my credibility. I definitely don't want you out here just paying for something and then leaving you out to dry. I don't just take your money, train you, and then send you on your way. I even have some wonderful tips afterwards so that you can enjoy what you're doing. Ask questions, get answers, get clients, pay your bill. Whatever you need to do, I can provide that for you. I'm here to help because nobody else is. That's the only reason why. I just want to be of some help, because all over the world, locks are being destroyed. They are being destroyed. So just bear with me on this. If you want your locks done, you can also hit the bottom of the screen for a quote right there, and I'll send you a consultation. You can do a Zoom consultation. You can do a face-to-face consultation if you're in the area, whatever you need to do. Most of my clients are guys anyway, because they know that I do them natural looking. So either way, if you want to get your lock extensions, or if you want to train and add it to your repertoire of hair, if you've been to cosmetology school and you just want to add that to your price list or whatever, you can do that. And in 3 days, you can get this lock information and install these locks properly. It's really not a big deal, but it's just a different way and a different method for every type of texture, ethnicity, and length, even lengths. So yeah, just hit the information at the bottom of the screen, and then I got you. I'm not going to keep you too much longer. This is my first viewing, so I basically did it unprepared. And by next week, I'll have somebody on the screen or even on the couch over here drinking a cup of coffee, and we can get this truth about locks. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And I am signing off. I can't wait for next week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for paying attention. And I hope you either want some locks or want to train for some locks. Either way, I got you. All right.